Good catch. I was gonna wait until I brushed my teeth, but let's go. We ballin'. We ballin'. Live on YouTube. Hey, look at that. Why do you always brush your teeth mid-streams? Because I had my coffee, and then I have to wait a bit. Brush them on stream? No, I don't think so. No, I don't. No, I don't think so. I don't think I will. No, I don't think I will. No, I don't think I will. He's as bad as Asmongold? Don't say that. It's not funny. That's extremely insulting. How dare you? What the hell? You can't just say that in the public. Okay. Our item system is garbage. Admittedly, it is pretty shit. If you consider fixing it, I am considering which avenues I could take to fix it. One avenue is we don't ever destroy the item whenever we equip it, which would be right here. We instead just spawn this the instant you picked it up and keep a reference to it. And then we just constantly keep a reference to it. The only time we send the information of what the durability of the actor is if the player drops the item. And then it'll be retained on the pickup actor. So then it'll send it back to the thing to update it. The caveat of that is we need to keep track of a pointer reference to that actor. B, it might get a little... I wonder if it would get hectic having a bunch of actors in the space. But chances are we could do a bunch of optimizations there. The other option is we keep track of the durability on the player's inventory. But the thing is, the inventory is an array of data assets. Which makes it a lot cheaper for us. It's another avenue we could do. I wish I had Crib's work ethic and discipline. I don't know if I really have any work ethic. I constantly procrastinate. There was a little inkling in the back of my mind that was like, what if we stream Deadlock today? Shit's fucked. It's not all that great. I'm just doing work so I don't look like I'm unemployed, even though I am technically unemployed in some ways in my head. You're a freak. How's it going? Okay. What is the best avenue? If we keep all of the items and actors in the level, we don't have to constantly spawn the actors and load them in. But it does mean that they are in... Oh, man. It won't be hundreds of items always loaded in at least. Yes, it won't be. So, like I said, if our max player count is 6, or at least that's how we perceive it currently, and you only have 6 item slots, basically the max that would be there, I think if I did my math right, I'm pretty sure 36. Yeah. It'd be 36 actors. We can turn off replicating of them when we don't need them. Is that ideal for us, though? I don't know. On the bright side, I made this item system in a very weird way. I gotta admit, definitely very weird. Definitely very weird. Definitely a very odd and weird system. Krim, in your opinion, is it better to shoot big and scale down or shoot small and scale larger? I don't know. I like a project that can be scaled up. If it has no potential of being scaled up, I feel like it might quickly run into a creative halt. So I feel like it needs to have the capabilities of scaling up. You look angry today? Do I? It's because I am. No, this code is going to be the end of me. It's going to kill me. It is going to kill me. It is going to kill me. How do I expose this property on spawn? Allows the user to edit the properties of the object referenced by this property within Unreal Editor's property inspector. Only useful for object references, including arrays of object. How do I make this exposed on spawn in C++? C++ property expose on spawn. What is the C++ equivalent of expose on spawn? Use spawn actor deferred to initialize variables before spawning the object with finished spawning actor, although there isn't any way to pass the parameters within the spawn call as far as I can tell. Use spawn actor deferred to initialize the variables before spawning the object with finished spawning actor, although there isn't any way to pass in. Wait, what? Okay, hold on. Apparently this is a thing. Meta equals expose on spawn. Dude, what the fuck are these solutions on the Unreal forums? I'm telling you, the Unreal forums is not a place you go to. It's not a place you go to. It's not a place you go to. It's ass. They don't know what they're doing. It's straight shit. All right. So in theory, because this is a class type equipable item, or it should be, because we did cast to it, it should expose that variable here. Here. Is genuinely trash. Dude, I'm telling you, if somebody has more than 1,000 posts on the UE forums and they're coming up with, like, I don't know what it is. Every user I've seen that has more than 1,000 posts on UE forums are like the most egotistical assholes that honestly are like 70% of the time incorrect. It's crazy. What up, Shaq? Unreal forums and Unreal Discord are afraid of competition, so they don't want to answer questions. They've literally said that. I don't know if I'd say that, but are afraid of competition. What competition? That's true with most forums, I guess. There it is! Durability! All it took was that other person. I don't know why that other answer was marked as correct, because like that was the worst fucking answer in existence. Well, there's a variable called exposure. Like, what the fuck? What are you saying? Just give me the metadata. Give me the meta specifier to put an expose on spawn variable. Here it is. Cinema. We did it. We did it. We did it. They won't answer advanced questions, simple stuff like what's a blueprint, they'll answer. They'll literally say Google it. Well, some things I would also say Google it, to be honest. Maybe you look at the wrong forum sections. No, I literally, in my entire history of looking at, whenever I'm trying to look for an issue or a solution to an issue, every time I look at the UE forums, I see specific names like over and over again, and they're the most, like, they're an asshole, to which I say, dude, if you are getting impatient with a forum post, don't post. Don't post. Don't reply. Go outside. Get away from the computer a little bit. But yeah, they just, every time I see like one of the UE forum people with like 5,000 posts, they're just an asshole. They're just a dick. And they also give incorrect answers so often. Yeah. Answer every question, have like 10,000 replies. They're just like a straight, like, I don't have an example off like right here. I'm sure if I search up UE forum, let's see what kind of shit pops up in my thing. Yeah, there's certain names. Anyways. Yeah, I don't really know if, like, I do still find helpful stuff on the UE forums, but it's from people that only have like 100 posts, not the people that have 1,000+ posts. The people that have 1,000+ posts need to, they need to get back to work. just work on the, like, work in the engine a little bit more. Stop posting. I remember there was a period of time where I was like posting in the UE forums and looking at it a lot. Probably like maybe like 8 years ago. I don't know what I was like posting though. Like, I don't even remember. What were like my posts? I think I was mostly looking at like the UI section. How do I look at my profile? My God. I joined in 2015. That's crazy. Oh, look, I got the live stream team member legacy. Oh my God, that's still there. Oh, it was mostly the UE marketplace. He was the asshole? No, I only have like how many posts do I have? Where's the number? 121 posts creative. Is my username Jimmy the Crimmy? No, it is unfortunately not Jimmy the Crimmy. I wish it was. I wish it was. Oh my God. Chat, this was one of my old projects and I released a bunch of the files. This project was ass. I don't know why anybody would look at this. This was back in 2016. Holy moly. That's crazy. It'll be the most bum code in someone will comment. Sick project. Sick project. Hey, hell yeah. How do I see my posts? Oh yeah, I was using this fucking plugin back then. Yeah. I could not get back into a fucking forum, honestly. I used to does anybody remember Face Punch? The Face Punch forum? I used to be on the Face Punch forum, unfortunately. What was my last post? Oh, I think I was complaining about the AI shit. I was like, this is fucking cringe. Yeah, Luos was posting about it because he used to be a big marketplace creator and now he's kind of like whatever out of it. I was saying that there's just issues at the C-suite level. Epic Games just has issues deep on the inside, from the roots. The FacePunch source/Gmod mapping forums were based. I used to be on FacePunch and that place was pretty... Let's just say it was to the degree where mods on FacePunch, there was a period of time where people really wanted to play the old Rust and they wanted keys for it, so people would spam the FacePunch forum to get keys. It got to a point where one of the moderators in their like sub, whatever you call it, subheader or whatever it's called, like it's a thing that's like stays there every time you make a post. It was like here for a free key, and it was a fucking Screamer link. The instant you clicked on it, it was just it was the classic Screamer face or whatever the fuck it was called, the jump scare face with like a really loud screaming. That's Face Punch. That's right there. That in a nutshell. That's Face Punch. Yeah, I clicked on it at the time. Where the hell am I? Great. So now I'm gonna have to set up a durability system. Or I have to set it up correctly because I'm stupid. But I think they completely. I think Gary completely destroyed the face punch forum, right? Like it's gone now. Gary, who made the mod. Yep, Gary's mod. Using a flat screen huge TV as a monitor might not be the best idea. No, not very good. I don't do that. Hell, I'm gonna be honest. I think this is 27 inch or 24 inch. I feel like I got used to it now, but like I used to play on like a, I think it was a 21 inch. 21 inch was like the perfect size for Counter-Strike. I got a 40 inch as my main. Brother, that's a TV, man. What the hell are you doing? Brother, that's a fucking TV. It's not good for your eyes. You got, just to look at the X button, you gotta turn your whole fucking head. Are you kidding me? You gotta turn your whole head just to see where things are. Oh, chat. I don't know who it was. Someone in here mentioned I should get a new GPU. Fuck you, whoever it was that said that, because you did make me think about it. And then when NVIDIA announced that they're cutting down on GPU manufacturing in 2026, it made me look at Amazon real quick. Let's just say there's a 5070 Ti on its way. You know what's really crazy? I looked at the price of the 3070 Ti that I bought, and then I looked at the price of the 5070 Ti that I just bought. It's almost similar pricing. What happened? What happened? How is it that the GPU I bought back then is almost the same price as like a higher end, newer GPU? Now, what happened? It doesn't make any sense. It literally doesn't make any sense. Fine print on the TV screen is perfect. No more fine print. Letters are the size of my shoe. Hello, welcome to Windows. It's like, dude. Thanks, Obama. Thanks, Obama. I'm waiting on everything to explode when you install the new GPU. Don't say that. Don't say. Knock on wood right now, man. Don't put that bad voodoo on me. I also picked up a 5060 Ti for my partner's computer, and I'm also going to use that as like a secondary testing PC to kind of like see what performance is like. And I might even use her PC as a like a rendering PC. It's funny. It's such a funny thing. The 5060 Ti is half of the price of the 5070 Ti. Like, it's so weird. Is it like that much of a fucking performance difference? Good, get this on stream for tax reasons. Oh, brother, it's going on my taxes anyways. Are you fucking kidding me? Really not beating the millionaire allegations? I am not a millionaire. I am just utilizing my the funds from the game selling. Anyways, yeah. It's just crazy to see that the price is almost the exact same as the fucking price of the 3070 Ti I bought. It almost makes me regret the 3070 Ti, but I think when I had to pick up the 3070 Ti, it's because my 1080 exploded. You guys remember that. That was an awful week. That was horrible. And I'm pretty sure the prices of GPUs were absolutely horrendous back then. So it was like, whatever. I don't want to talk about it. It was like 2023 or something. Yeah, I test on this PC. I do. Do you have to start up the Discord bots to buy GPUs at cost again and sit there 24/7 for a week to buy one? Was I in the games industry? What do you define as the games industry? Do you define being in the games industry as in like being in a AAA company? Is that considered being in the games industry? Am I technically in the games industry because I made a game? Or am I not in the games industry because I'm not like in AAA? I think he means the gambling industry. Oh. No, I wouldn't touch that shit with a 10-foot tadpole. Unless... Unless... Let's be real. Everybody's got a price. I'm sure I do as well. What would my price be to be in the gambling industry or like to slightly contribute to it? Fuck, man. I don't know. 100 million. Don't say you wouldn't. Anybody who says they wouldn't is a liar. If you were offered 100 million just to like, I don't know, make a gambling game, I'm sure you fucking would too. And don't get on your high horse and say you wouldn't. Because I think that's fucking bullshit. I'd say working at a studio that made games or even in QA, somehow touching a games industry, to be honest. I don't know. I used to do, I used to do contract work. At various studios and whatnot, but done. Hit me up. I have a serious question. When you're ready, what's the serious question? How does one do contract work? I don't know. Where do you find the contracts? I don't know. You apply to places, I guess. Get yourself out there. Get your name out there. Release a demo reel out there. Start talking online. Half of the fucking job is just getting the job. Maybe even half of, maybe even more than half of the job. You need to talk to people. Yeah, having people skills is like, I was telling my partner this because she has people skills. And I was telling her, I'm like, you're privileged because you don't actually realize you have a skill that other people don't naturally have at all. And you naturally haven't, and you don't notice that. And it's extremely important to realize that having people skills is a really good thing to have. Because a lot of people just are not able to do that. I keep asking my mentors, friends I met on Unreal Discord that have been talking to me for like 3 years or more, and they're 1,000% against a Cash App in a game, but I'm broke. And they are 1,000% against a Cash App in a game. I don't know what a Cash App is. We're talking Venmo? Is it Venmo? I always hire artists through Fiverr and Upwork. Pretty good contract sites, in my opinion. I've never done Fiverr. I've looked at it before. Actually, that's not true. I think I did Fiverr once. And I feel like I wasted my money. I remember. No, did I do Fiverr at all? I don't remember, actually. I don't remember. Fiverr's all AI now? I haven't looked at it in a while. They're 1,000% against a cash shop in a game. But I'm broke. I think the bigger question should be, Shaq, is just get the game out there first, and then you can concern yourself about the monetization methods that you'd potentially be using for the game. I think you got to have a game to have a cash shop in the game. Like, you got to have the game first to have anything. You know what I mean? Listen, man, if it makes sense, it makes sense. Whatever. But the chances, the large likelihood, if the game is not good enough, the cash shop will 100% be castrated by gamers or players of games. They will castrate you for that. I keep posting free games because I'm not too confident about them. I don't know. Get to a point where you feel confident enough to release something for like $6-7 and get to that point. Become confident. Build your confidence. You can definitely build your confidence. Anybody can do anything. Don't believe the negativity in the back of your head that says you can't do it. Mods, ban the guy that just posted 6-7. I had someone for a trademark which got denied due to the guy being put in prison for fraud. What? Wait, let me read that again. There are scams you got to watch out for. I hired someone for a trademark which got denied due to the guy being put in prison for fraud. Make a Roblox game. Roblox is all cash shops. That's true. You could literally pay like $3 of Roblox money to like kill everyone in a lobby. It's the most hilarious thing ever. Roblox changed, man. Roblox back then, the way people were making money is they would sell shirts. They would sell shirt cosmetics that would give you access to things in the game. And you purchase those shirts using the like in-game currency. Now it's like you literally just, there's a button to use the in-game currency to do the thing in the game. It's crazy. You literally just directly just pay money just to do stupid shit to look cool for like 5 minutes. Yo, Gil, how's it going with Suit for Hire? You know, oh wow, that's old water. That's disgusting. Yeah, Suit for Hire. Yeah, I haven't worked on it, admittedly. I still have to release that one update. It's been like in the beta version for a while. And I have to wrap it up. It's just a couple things I want to improve about it. I was on Reddit last night looking up how to get out of the tutorial hall, and everyone said just the same thing. Just try to do things yourself. I just say, just try to recreate a game and go through the struggle. Go through the paces. Go through the paces of making an interaction system and then expand from there. I think, and honestly, I keep saying it every single time. If you want to learn blueprints and shit and coding, interaction system, best way to learn. Because then you slowly like build up on the complexity of it. UEFN just added the ability to create cash shop items. My partner's little brother just spends shitloads of Robux. He gets on the dumbest possible things. It's crazy. All right. What are we doing? Right, we need to work on the durability system. Oh, I'm dreading this right now. I ain't gonna lie. I am dreading this right now because it just means we're gonna have to do some mini refactoring. Not like enormous, but mini refactoring. Okay. Because we can't hold the durability on the actor itself. Grim, you could have been a Roblox millionaire by now by selling stuff to dumb kids. Yeah, maybe. But instead, here I am, working on a fucking friendslop game. Is this a new game? It is a new game. It is a, it's a friendslop game. You and your friends have to keep a spooky train running. Snowpiercer? Snowpiercer-esque, to a degree, yeah. Want to see a magic trick? I'll make this fire extinguisher disappear. But yeah, this is the new game. A lot of like interactability is kind of the core focus of the game. That's a lot of the core focus. Is like grabbing things, moving it around. You gotta like drag the lever down and stuff. I feel like you could make it so the fire extinguisher turns red. I do think we need like a slight visual thing for sure. Yeah, because there's no visual indicator if it's about to explode. I do think we need a little bit of something. Yeah, ideally what I might do is like, we'll have to have a tag system. If something takes damage or goes on fire, we will want like specific states for things. Like I'd want it to explode if it gets on fire or something. So that'll be some stuff we'll have to do. Speaking of which, you need to make little tutorials as you go on YouTube, sir, like material, etc. I am done with the educational space. If people need help, they can post a comment here in Twitch chat or YouTube chat on stream. But I am done making tutorial content. I don't give a fuck. Don't care. There are tags. There's actor tags, but I mean using gameplay tags to define like specific behaviors. So it's like something being flammable or something being explode on damage or something like that. You know what I mean? Like little things like that. And then kind of doing stuff that way. Do I have preset transform positions on the breaker switch that those nodes are placed into? Each of these little sockets are using sockets. So there's a mesh socket for each little slot here, and we randomize where the point will go and where the success green point would go. And that's basically how we're doing it. Okay, cool. Can you walk me step by step through making an online MMORPG with hyper-realistic detail running at 120 FPS with 500 player raids? Ah, yes, and science-based dragons? Why don't we slap in science-based dragons into the scope? Can you throw away the plug? You unfortunately can bring it away from the screen. So like that is something I'm gonna have to create a system to like limit its movement positions. I'm not too worried about little tasks like that yet. To be honest, I'm not too worried about that. I'm more so worried about, like, let's just get the pieces going, get the gameplay going, and then we can always fix all the other little things as we get like closer to like proper playtesting. But I think the biggest thing is like, let's get the game in a playable state, get all the pieces together, and then figure out the rest from there. There's a lot of little tiny weird bugs by just combining specific inputs. Like, what's one of them? You can, while throwing an item, you can switch the item that you're actually throwing, and now you have an item stuck on your screen. And then you can throw another item, and now you can't do anything anymore. And that now just fell through the world. I don't know how that happened. I literally don't know how that happened. Yeah. You know what I mean? Can you grab the item another player is carrying? You can, yes. You can grab it and then fight for it. If I believe that's how I made the system. I have to see if it's still working. I used the other object to push it through the world. Oh, you're right. I did. That's true. We're gonna have to fix that. Ooh, that's not very good. Ooh, that's not. It's not very good at all. Anyways, let's get this durability system going. So now we have a readability thing for the durability here. I really don't. Okay. We have a couple options. We make it so the inventory is not an array of data assets, but is actually an array of structs. Caveat with that is everywhere where this array, where that array gets called, we need to edit that code and fix it. And then that struct can have a durability value associated with it. Does, however, mean literally everywhere where that array gets called, we'd have to look it up. I thought the stream crashed. My brain crashed. You're just so good at being still? Yeah, I know. Watch this. See? You think I could go on do you think I could go on like an award show? Refresh. I should go on like a, what are those things called? Where you go on a show and you show off your skills? I could just stand really fucking still and not even move at all. Like just, you know what I mean? Anyways, yeah, okay. God, I'm fucking dreading this. Okay. Should have did this right the first time. Okay, the nice thing is, once we convert this to a struct, if we ever need to add additional variables to the struct is already set up. We've already like fixed all the fucking things and blah, 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 blah. Okay, so at least we've got that. At least. Right? Right. Right. Passcrim really screwed you over. Passcrim's a fucking asshole, and his code is garbage. Imagine they ask you to show off your skills and you just stand there and do anything and don't do anything. I'll just be like, yeah, sure. It's like the greatest face-off in existence. All right. Great. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna have to be a struct, I think. Oh, I'm dreading this. Oh, come on. All right. Let's just do it. Let's just do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel. Is that song canceled? Did they cancel that song? Is that song canceled now? Didn't realize you were a C++ wizard as well? No, I'm an idiot. I don't know how to properly do this shit. Did I also do some C++ on Superhire? A little bit. I am trying to lean a little bit more into the C++ stuff now, though. I am indeed. Do I want that to be a pointer? I guess I'd have to. We'll see if we can actually select anything. I don't know if that is necessarily a pointer. Let me actually see. Is this a pointer? It's an object reference. Durr. Yeah, I'm not a C++ wizard by any means. I'm trying to get into it a bit more. Admittedly, I am not 100%. Like, I'm still trying to get into it. Ah, that's a lot of red. That's a lot of errors. That's a lot of errors. I got to fix that. I know where that's happening. So we have a float for the item durability. This struct, we also probably want it to be net serialized. How do you make this net serialized? I guess we just ignore that for now, because it's literally just two variables. Like, I really don't think it's that big of a deal. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Circular dependency detected. Include such requires train route structs. Include such requires lootable item data asset. Uh-oh. So this is including the lootable item data asset, but the lootable item data asset is also including the structs. Are you not allowed to do that? Uh-oh. Wait, how do I fix this then? How do I... Whoopsies. This is not good. You can't do that? Why not? I guess you know what I can do? Delete that. Is this still valid? Wait. Add forward declaration? I don't know what they mean by that, but yeah, sure. I forget what forward declaration is. I don't know how it works. I don't know the difference between a hashtag include and forward declaration. Admittedly, I do not know the difference. It worked. Supposedly. Like, when do you use forward declaration and when do you use an include? Forward declaration is when you declare something you have not yet implemented, like a class that addresses itself. What? What? How did it work, How does it work? How do that work? Inventory slot info is going to be the new goodie. Okay, actually, hold on. It just tells the compiler that it exists. So if I do this, oh yeah, shit, it still works. Dude, what? What? Hey, Kindred, friendslop? Yeah, I've been working on this for like a month now. I think it's been about a month now. A includes B and B includes A. That won't compile. So you forward declare B inside of A, include A inside of B. Huh. So in theory, forward declaration means you can't have a file. Well, obviously you can't have a file that's the exact same name. Because if you had something that's the exact same name, this would fight between those two items technically, because it doesn't actually know 100% what it's going to be until, like, is that kind of the case here? Or am I, because when I click on that, it actually brings me to the thing. It's still wrapping my head around it. I'm getting it, but I'm also not at the same time. Last time I was in here, you working on that first-person action game? Yeah, I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling it. I'm gonna be honest. Wasn't really feeling it. What kind of friendslop game you brewing up? You and your friends have to keep a train running. That's basically the elevator pitch. A spooky train. It's got some interesting passengers. If I remember correctly, you should declare the struct in the header file to avoid this exact problem. declare the struct. Oh, so I should be doing the inverse. Declare the struct rather than the data asset. If it works, it works, you know. I friend slopped 3 times before getting out of bed this morning. 3 times, huh? 3 friend slops, huh? I don't know what does that mean? It's being used as a verb? Is that what it is? Being used as a verb. Friend slopped 3 times. A lot of action. A lot of action for your morning. You can look up the pimple idiom. No, what I was thinking of doing is I should have put this struct, this item struct, inside of the item data asset. Well, whatever. Maybe one day, future me will figure out what problems arise from doing what we're doing. Yeah. Never initialize. If possible, it is better to use forward declaration instead of include. Okay. Okay. Okie dokie. I'm going to do a submit on Perforce real quick. Give me 1 second. Just in case things go awry. I watched the Primogen podcast with Jay Blinsky that just occurred. He said some interesting stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay. Like about doing short projects or multiple year projects. What did he say about it? Barry? Nodes before codes. The nodes do feel better. That is true. All right. Let's find every reference of this array. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. All right, well, time to turn this into a struct. Fucking shit, man. Oh, this is such a bad system, but whatever. Whatever. We ball! We ball! Ball! We ball. Okay, so this is inventory slot info. Change the variable type. Oh, did it reset my find in blueprints? It's fine. Okay, compile. We're going to get a lot of issues. That's okay. This area, it's easy because we just rehook up everything. we're gonna run into a lot of problems. Removed item. I'm actually gonna keep that the same because of the way it's utilized in other areas of the engine. Okay, we need that because we need to send the durability, so that's going to be fine. The problem I really have about this finding system is it now now not only does it need to look for the item itself here, it also needs to match the durability, which is not exactly the best thing in the world for us. Not exactly the best thing for us at all. I gotta be honest. Short projects are good for when you're starting up or need to make money, but some adult devs got to make more interesting things that take long so we don't end up in an eternal pit of slop. He said pit of slop, by the way. I'm not making that up. The pit of slop. The pit of slop. I am part of the problem. I am making pits of slop. I don't know if actually, I take that back. I'm not making pits of slop. Fuck. Am I going to empty my wallet on the Steam sale? I'm going to be honest. I haven't been, like, I don't buy that many games. I just play Deadlock. You know what I mean? I just play Deadlock. Trying to find an empty spot. Okay. Okay. Shit. Is Deadlock that good? Why do you keep playing it? I just have a fun time with it. Have I seen the game Worka and I'm working on? I do lurk in Worka's chat to see what he's working on, but most of the time he's working in C++, so I don't really see what's like actually like happening. Before I actually see like what is I saw a cart at one point. I think I saw a cart. Some stuff with a cart. Like a medieval cart. If I remember correctly. Is Deadlock that good? Why do you keep playing it? It's fun. It's Oregon Trail meets RV There Yet. Hold on, I gotta refresh my memory of of something. Okay, yeah. Sorry, unrelated. Yeah, okay. So very Western kind of ish. Hell yeah. How do I get access to Deadlock? You just ask someone to invite you. Who do I main in Deadlock? I've been playing, I was playing so it's been in stages. When Bomba Bebop was like at its prime, I was maining Bebop. Then I switched over to Geist. Then I switched over to Calico. Now I'm playing Haze. So I've been mostly playing Haze, but I think because of the holidays, I'm probably going to try to play every character now. I still to this day have not tried out every single character. Fuck. Okay. Move this index to here. Prior item needs to be an inventory slot info. My God. I suggested that to Krim. He said no. No, I'm gonna make this game single player friendly, but I'm not gonna add like, I don't think I'd add AI to it. It's mainly an Abrams player, but I'm thinking of trying Billy out. Abrams. He's an Abrams player. And Billy looks like fun. Absolute pain in the ass to play against, though, I gotta say. I played the cute vampire chick, but turns out she's surprisingly dog shit. Not true. You're just dog shit at playing her. Mina can be absolutely fucking terrifying to play against. She's definitely gotten some nerfs though. She was like, oh yeah, on release she was pretty shit, but after the first kind of buff patch, she was like pretty strong. Spirit Burn was absolutely stupid, ridiculous. You destroy every single objective. You would just destroy literally every single objective. Okay, luckily I just have to split the struct pin and then we end up kind of having similar functionality systems. Okay, show me the problems. Add the item to an inventory item. Okay, so this is going to be split. Go here, item durability. This is going to be expose on spawn with instance editable. I think you have to have instance editable turned on. Again, server item looted. We're going to want to copy over the same things. Yeah, Deadlock's a fun time, man. Deadlock's a very fun time. They did a patch recently that I think was a really good patch. They kind of reverted the thing where it's like the first wall jump would eat your stamina. It felt like annoying in my opinion. And they reverted some like movement speed changes that they did, which is good. What are those white eggs? This just represents that it's a replicated variable. The slash is very CQC, but it's extremely strong. You could definitely use it as like a combo killer, and it's extremely good at life stealing. So like when you're in lane, you can go to tier 1 creeps, get them down to like half-ish health, even in very early game. All you have to do is like get them to get procced by the kiss or whatever, and then you use the slash, and you basically get like almost half of your health back. It's like crazy lifesteal. It's very good sustain in lane. Yeah. You could play friendslop alone. Why not go all in on multiplayer? Not everybody has friends to play with, so I get it. Nor do they maybe have friends to play with at specific times. You know what I mean? So that's another thing. I was expecting to be more ADC-ish, like on League. Meanwhile, she felt more like a harasser. I would say Mina is more spirit than she is gun. It's a mix. But she is definitely... she's a bit of a weird character. She's definitely not the strongest, like, gun character by any means, but I don't think she's a gun character. I think at its core, I think that's the misconception, is that she's a gun character. I don't know. To me, she does not feel like a gun character. I gotta say, dude, the visuals of Deadlock are incredible. I love them. I love the visuals. I think if I could have a little bit of charm of Deadlock, like that kind of like 70s kind of noir fantasy kind of vibe in this game, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool. I like to play Holiday, but I never hit one single barrel, so there's that. So the trick with Holiday, from what people say, is the instant you use the barrel, you melee attack it, and that instantly activates it. That's why a lot of people, when they jump up in the air, they use the barrel and then melee it, and it instantly like activates. And I guess that's the strat for her barrel. Yeah, the visuals of Deadlock, very, very cool. If you've never seen Deadlock, definitely like search up the visuals. The visuals are great. They also have like a holiday theme now. Let me see if I can find it. I love the holiday theme. Yeah. Like, dude, this one corner right here with the news thing, so cool. The computer has like candles inside of it. It's powering up by candles. It's got like a traditional typewriter. It's got like I love this corner. This is like peak Deadlock visual aesthetic vibe. Bunch of like newspapers and shit. I love it, dude. Oh, dude, yeah, hell yeah. It's great. Okay, what else is broken? Let's see. I'm sure the item is... and then we're gonna have to figure out where things broke. Yippee! Oh, fuck. Okay, so hook that up in there, do this, then put that in there, and then go here, hook that up to there, fixed. Next, we've got a is valid check. Okay, cut this out, put that in there, split this, check the data asset, done. Next, all right, this here we have an item call on the client item pickup. It does not need durability as far as I remember. So, cut that, cut this, cut that, hook that up, split, and then put the data asset. That's just for prediction. It's a client prediction. So I don't think it needs the other data in there, like the durability, for example. Okay, next up, is there the controller. Set item data. Might want to change that. I might want to change that. Yeah. I love the themes for this game. I love the themes for this game. There was also this theme a year ago? Is this the same theme? Oh, it is the same theme. It's the same theme. Damn, that is loud. How's that so loud? Do you guys see... Do you guys see where my slider is on YouTube? Bro, this is my slider. How is it so loud? How is it so loud? Oh, yeah. Okay, for now, let's just, I guess, hook up just the data asset. But I think this is incorrect. I'm pretty sure because I think the set item data. It's the mid-side splitter. It's the mid-side spreader. Spreader. I think when we're moving things around. You would know. You motherfucker. Check your volume mixer? Check my balls. I think it's just YouTube being YouTube. Mr. Mid-side Spreader. What? What? I'm curious to see how much of my inventory system is broken. Oh, today's gonna be a very fun day. Today's a fun day! Whee! Yippee! Forgotten all about Deadlock. What does Hayes build? Just gun shit? Almost everybody in the game now basically builds a little bit hybrid. But Hayes more so, I think, because her spirit increases how much ammo she has. And some of her damage, because of her 3, deals damage using spirit. So you actually kind of do gun, like 60%, 70% gun, 30% spirit. I take it you don't need a soft object for the item data assets already loaded. Everything in the data asset, I believe, is already... The thing is, we don't need a soft object reference for the data asset because the things inside of the data asset are soft references, or most of it should be soft references, I believe. Soft object reference for the icon, soft object reference for the mesh, and then soft class reference for the actor. So everything in here is like fine. So yeah. Sorry, that's Mr. Millionaire Mid-Side Spreader. I'm not a millionaire! Yup! Okay. I think we nearly got everything. This is the last piece of the puzzle, as far as I know. Set item data. We're just going to do what we did earlier. Hook this up, split this, and then just hook up the data asset directly. Might not be the best way of doing things. Okay. Let's see how many things we broke. Okay, looks like this is broken. Hold on. Client item pickup? What the fuck is that? Wait, what is client item pickup? Oh, this is the fake version. Why does it have a looted call in here? Okay. I suppose. Weird. Okay, that's still working. That's still working. That's still working. Okay. Let's check multiplayer. Let's check multiplayer real quick. I pick up the item. I drop the item. Okay. We have a lot of client prediction stuff we still need to do. Like, you can see that there's like slight delays when things are happening. That we definitely want to squash that. Even though it is a friendslop game, I think by still holding some level of quality, I think people will prefer. They will probably lean to putting in a positive review rather than negative. Okay, I duped the item. I don't know if that is a multiplayer issue or if that's because of what we did to the items. I think it's just a like issue that we had before. Okay, destroying the item still destroys it. Okay, very good. Client 2 does not see any of the items. That's okay. Now we do. Okay. All right, everything is working. I'm still getting these stupid mobility issues, but we're just going to ignore that for now. For now. For now, we shall ignore. I like the bean characters. I'm looking forward to adding more detail to them, like the eyes moving around and blinking and little expressions and stuff. I think should be fun. Little hand movements. But man, was it a journey to even get to this rendition. Which is, honestly, when you think about it, it's literally just the repo character, but as a bean. When you really think it's a repo. It's got repo slash repo. Okay, wait, hold on. Repo slash schedule 1 slash Rick and Morty slash whatever vibes to it. They're not perfect yet because the eyelids aren't even fucking connected, but yeah, it's I think it gives off enough of the vibe to move forward with it, but of course there needs to be more detail and whatnot to them, giving them life, but never made a character model that looks like that ever in my life, and making it was like, what the hell am I doing? The eye sockets make them look like they're so sick of this shit. I know, it's the best thing. It's the best thing. Makes them look like they're done with life. One thing I was thinking of doing is holding right click would like zoom in. It'd be so funny to see you're like the character like the eyeballs sticking out and shit. I want to do something like that. I think that'd be fun. Or maybe they squint. That could be great too. What's the game about, by the way? Sorry. My bad. My heart stopped twice there. It's a multiplayer friendslop game. You and your friends have to keep a suspiciously weird, spooky train going. Yes. You and your sausage friends must keep a train going. Hey. Oh. They do look tired as hell, man. They've been through a long shift today. It's been a long-ass shift. I think the funny thing is going to be, like, putting so much interactability with, like, the character model and whatnot. I'm looking forward to that. Like putting in that one monster that crawls into a person's mouth, and now they have a bomb inside of them, and if they walk up to any other player, then they explode. I know that's a mouthful. I just said a lot of things there. But, yeah. If it's a spooky game, I don't know if I like the character design. I think having an element of hilarity, or like comedy for the characters, but then having the monsters be terrifying, I think will be a really funny element. Maybe. That'll create, I don't know, like a comedic horror element that I think should be pretty interesting. It is a spooky game, but I'd say instead of it being spooky, I think it's more like thriller. Kind of like the type of vibe that like Repo tries to go for, or Lethal Company. The train should go through portals where the characters become disformed and stretched. That could be kind of funny. That could be interesting. Add some eye twitching. Eye twitching could be great. I'm back from my yearly adventures. How art thou? Thou art good. How was the yearly adventure? But yeah, the game's slowly coming together. Slowly coming together. I feel like, I don't know. I'm not very good when it comes to prototyping. I feel like I at the end of the day, for me, as long as we're progressing, at least in something, then I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like, that's the best. That's the best I could do. I'm so bad when it comes to making, like, progress. Like, we don't have a monster yet. We don't have, like, a core, like, loop in yet. You know what I mean? Like, we just have elements of pieces of things here and there. Getting things, you know, learning, networking and replication and all this shit. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Characters is one of the reasons why I'm not much a fan of it, but it sells well, so I guess it works for others. I just like the really goofy character kind of design. It feels different. I don't have to deal with like humanoids. It feels more kind of like a cartoon character to an extent. I think that gives it a unique charm to it. But we'll see as we put in like interactions and stuff. Right now, these are all just like basic ass animations. I just retargeted them from the mannequin in UE just so I could like at least get something going. And then the crouch is literally just like, we just stretched the fucking bones down just so I could at least have something. And then there's like a crawling state. So we have like a little crawling state as well. So there's like a multi-state system. Seeing your friend's goofy-ass character running out of a room screaming will be so funny. Dude, I just can't wait until people find out that they can save their friend from the chef while the chef turns them into a hot dog. And then that motherfucker is just walking around with ketchup on their face and buns around their body. I can't wait to put that in the game. I cannot wait. I can't wait to put the chef in here. Hold on. I gotta clear my nose. I'll answer the question about the train. Also, I gotta brush my teeth. Oh, shit. How am I handling the train moving? The train is not moving. So the beauty of all this is the main gameplay area is just the train. The players typically do not go off the train. If they go off the train, they die. The only time they get off the train is at stations. So in between routes, basically. That would be the only point in time where they actually get off the train. But then at that point, the train has stopped, basically. So the tracks are an instance mesh infinitely moving with WPO. The only things that are actually moving are gameplay elements, like the train, for example. Or the tunnel, sorry. The tunnel is an actual moving element because it has collision and all that kind of stuff. But it's such a weird optical illusion. Because it's like you think that it feels like your brain is saying this thing is moving, but then you look at like the platform in the background there and it's completely static, or you look at it from like a third person perspective. It's weird. It's a really weird optical illusion, but it works. So I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it. And I can't wait to put like sound effects when like the tunnel passes by, like you know, or like little platform, those like trusses or whatever have like lights on them and shit. That's gonna be great because then like we have gameplay elements where it's like if you have to do a maintenance job on the top of the train, then you might get hit in the face. The platform is moving. Everything is moving. The trains also have some WPO movement. I do have to adjust it though so it doesn't activate inside because everything moves inside. But it adds a little bit of life to the train and makes it look like it's shaking around a little bit. It only affects the top section. You can see the suspension there is actually like... The suspension is squeezing up and down, which I think is a fun little detail. This isn't spinning yet. I don't know if I'm gonna make these spin. I guess I could make them spin. Yeah, I'm really happy. We have a very, very, very slight camera shake as well. Super slight. Which just adds to like the movement a little bit, which I think is good. But yeah. I'm excited to get all of this going. Green pixel. How long is the train going to be actually? It's going to be random. So here this is just a set piece just for testing, but the actual randomized train, this is one of the randomized trains, is 6 different carriages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 carriages. I think as the game goes on, it might get slightly longer and longer. And that's dangerous for you because if you have a maintenance task where you have to repair something at the very back of the train, that means there's a large likelihood that you have to pass by a monster. Or I guess in our world, a passenger. You might have to pass by a passenger. So that's kind of the idea. Is Andrew making a train? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe that'll be my Christmas gift, is he actually came up with a concept. That could be cool to see. He's busy, dude. He's got a lot of shit, so I don't expect anything. Okay, so now that we switched out the struct and everything seems to be working, we now have to send the durability from the item to the item. And then we can actually do the thing that we needed to do this entire time. Can you make it so spraying other players covers them in white stuff? It doesn't have any like actual like impact, but you can spray them with it. It kind of looks like you can cover them up. Don't make them spin. We can barely see them now, yet alone in game. The only reason I would make them spin is some maintenance jobs might require you to go underneath the train. Like there might be some like catwalks and stuff down here, and you'll get real close to like the bottom of the train, and that would be, I think, the only moment where it actually like matters to an extent. But yeah, that is probably the only moment where that actually like matters. Yeah, it's cool. We can change the train speed and stuff. Make it look like it's going faster than it is. Which also affects the speed of the tunnel. Because obviously everything has to be in sync. Yeah. Did you see that train game that came out? It's very different from yours. Are you talking about... I did see one recently. I think it's called like Everfall or some shit. I don't know if it came out. I just know there's a trailer for it. There's, funny enough, for some reason, a bunch of train games have been getting announced recently, and I don't know why all at once. The moment I'm thinking of making a train game, a bunch of train games are being announced. So good times. Everrail. Sorry, Everrail. It legit looks like the train from... But this is like very much a video gamey... Like, there's shooting and shit like that. You could add a bug where sometimes the train gets randomly 100 wagons long. Check the top comments. We're being spoiled for railway-themed survival games recently, even for Snowpiercer-themed ones. It does sound weird though, because I think it's like using AI voices and shit. But my game is completely different. It's not a fucking shooting game or anything like that, so. Yeah.
Okay. Battery's finally charging. Seriously, if this thing dies on us, we're toast.
Then speed up. Faster
You're golden.
the train runs, the more energy we gain, right?
The moment you think of any game, it's being made, because all games are being made all the time.
Now.
Ration reserves critical. Resupply operation recommended.
Looks like it's time to suit up, lads. Any ideas?
Oh,
Dread Hunger? Dread Hunger. Wasn't Dread Hunger the, Yeah, I think I remember watching Sequisha play that. Where it's like, there's certain people that are like... It's basically like a... What do you call that? A social manipulation game, basically.
Show plenty of metal energy and maybe even rations.
Braking. We stop timer starts. You guys ready? Always, Cap.
Coming in, landing.
Speed 30, 20, 10.
There, entrance.
Watch out, get down. We're running out of time. 1 minute. Got the stuff. Battery's almost dead. Get back now.
Yes, we're on our way.
I do feel like this trailer was released too early. I think they could have probably put a little bit more polish into the gameplay.
Out of time. 1 minute.
They probably could have put a little bit more polish in
Almost dead. Get back now.
Yes,
in
we're
here.
On our way. Yes, we're on our way.
Is that like a hole in the wall? It's a
Yes,
hole in the
we're on our
wall.
is half the battery. Let's hustle before it's too late.
Crew member lost. Select a new passenger to continue your journey.
Damn it. Another man down.
I'm pretty sure I recognize this
But
character
who will
model.
fill the seat?
I'm pretty sure I recognize the character model. It looks so familiar. Why does it look so familiar? Why do the guns look familiar too? And the sound effects sound very familiar. Also, the train literally, I ain't gonna lie, the train literally looks like Snowpiercer. It literally looks like Snowpiercer. It looks like Snowpiercer train had sex with I feel like it's that one gun design that I saw in that one. It's the Warhammer 40K fan-made trailer thing. It looks like the fucking pulse gun from that. You guys know what I'm talking about? Astartes, yes, Astartes pulse gun. Is it pulse gun? It's the blue one. Astartes blue gun. Plasma gun, plasma pistol. It looks like the plasma pistol. I don't know why. Not necessarily this design, but I don't know why it reminds me of that. Like it's the blue. It's just the blue top that's like cut off.
Entrance. Entrance.
What is that weird movement?
Entrance.
Watch out, get down. They're running out of time. 1 minute.
I don't think this is real gameplay.
Got the stuff. Batteries on.
Like, I don't think any of this is real gameplay. I think even this running section is not real gameplay. I can see the interpolation. What the hell is going on with some of these motherfuckers, man? Is it so hard to just make a video game? It's so hard to just make a fucking video game? I think they only have 4 directional movement and they're running diagonally. No, this one, look at the specific movement. Like, this doesn't look like a natural locomotion movement. This looks to me like they recorded the player. Stop shitting on devs, they're trying their best. I'm just saying, I think this trailer was just released too early. But I also think like the AI voices.
They're running out of time. 1 minute. Got the stuff.
That looks.
Battery's almost dead. Get back now.
I don't know. Anyways, sorry, I'm a hater. I'm having a hater moment. Sorry, my bad. Hater moment. Sorry, my B. I'm not saying the devs, I'm saying the trailer. I'm just judging the trailer. I never said anything about the devs. Oh, the devs go fuck themselves. These motherfuckers are cringe. No, I'm just saying like the direction of the trailer. That's all I'm judging. Am I not allowed to judge things? Have you seen Frost Rail? Is this another game? I don't know. It just looks like it's not real gameplay, but they're making it look like it's real gameplay. But even then, it doesn't. You know, it's not very good looking. Like, in all honesty, I posted an animation in the Discord. Let me see. Oh, someone's got kicking in. Hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. We kicking doors now. We love that. We love that. For an indie title, don't you think you're judging it a bit too harshly? I judge AAA way more harsh, I feel like. I don't know. I feel like I'm not judging it that harsh. I'm holding back. I'll be honest. I'm holding back. I feel like I'm not being that much. I'm looking at it and I'm like, it looks kind of odd. It looks odd. Frost Rail. Frost rail. Frost rail. This was 8 months ago. There's exclusive gameplay, 22 minutes. See, this looks good because it's like, it's actual, it looks like actual gameplay. The atmosphere is cool. Damn, I could not even tell those were items, to be honest. Okay, I wouldn't even be able to tell if they're items or not. It is lacking some sound effects. Like some little footsteps, crunchy, crunchy snow footstep sounds. Missing some nice crunchy sound effects. I feel like the person who made his YouTube video had to add the ambient sound effect, the ambient music on top because it was just not enough sound effects, or I don't understand. Wait, does this have sound effects or is it... What's going on? What's going on? There's another game called Railborn. So we got Frost Rail, we got Railborn. I shit myself. Wow, you did all that? It's me. It does have that like generic Unreal Engine survival game look to it, but other than that, it looks neat. Let's see, what was the other one? Frost Rail. Let's look at the reveal trailer. There's also Void Train. Void Train, though, yeah. Do you hear those sounds? What's going on? Why didn't we hear that earlier? Is Frost Rail made in UE5? I have no idea. Yeah, the thing with my game is it's not really like a survival game like any of these. It's like it's definitely a lot more repo, in the direction of repo, than anything. Slowly gun custom. It's cool though. Ah. Wow. Cool. What other train games should I be knowing about? Oh, here's another 20 minutes of gameplay. Again, there's no sound effects. It's just like a random ambient music. It's just from a different YouTube channel. Here's another game, Heat Death. There are a lot of survival train games.
Yes, he does have some tech scrap in him. I feel so bad, but trust me, if I could, I would build another one of you and have...
There are so many train games. Why are there so many train games? Anyways. This game has tunnels too. Yes, it does. People who are into trains are really into trains. The goal with my game is I don't want to just focus on the niche of people that like trains, though. That would be very bad. The trains are just a vehicle for the gameplay. Literally and figuratively. You're gonna have to deal with the train people, buddy, like it or not. Okay. Alright. Have you seen Canyons? It's a boat slash train with wheels. Canyons. Can someone post the trailer for that? I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go brush my teeth real quick, and then we're gonna get back to work. And then we shall get back to work. Hey, hello. Hey, Bear Buddhist. Is it coming along fast? How do you keep so motivated? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd say fast. I feel like I'm pretty... I don't know. I try not to compare myself to others, though. But I feel like I'm pretty slow. Choo Choo Charles, from the creator of Cuff Bust. How is he doing? How is that game doing? I wonder. Has it gotten an update? November. Oh, is there a winter sale going on right now? Oh, shit. Guys, Sue Fryer's on the winter sale for 50% off. What? I gotta make a tweet for that. This is our highest sale ever. 50%. It's half off. It's like the price of a friendslop game. Okay, we need to work on the durability system, which is what we did all that work for to get to this point. So, here's what we need to do. When you unequip and re-equip the item, we need to what the hell is this, Glizzy? I don't know what to tell you. Glizzy. Watch this flip. Ow. This is a hot dog? Yeah, I'm a hot dog. Well, without the bun. The sausage. Sorry, pal. I'm a full price Giga Chad only. Alright. Alright, well, you can wait until January 5th, I guess. I still don't get what this game is going to be. I'm not familiar with what friendslop game is. Just you wait. Just you wait. Stick around, stay tuned. Stick around, stay tuned. I can't scroll up. Making a friendslop game? Yeah, yeah. Going after that bag I see? I think the thing that really interested me about making a friendslop is it's a relatively simple multiplayer game that still sells more than like what maybe like a traditional, I don't know. I feel like it's a good opportunity. It's getting into multiplayer, which I always wanted to do. And this just seems like a really fun game idea, so I don't know, it's like, oh, whatever. We'll see as time goes on. Maybe I just start hating it. Maybe once we have to do like monster AI and nav mesh and shit, maybe I just like hate everything. Maybe I just start hating everything. I don't know, who knows? The nav mesh is going to be insane in this game since the train is technically moving. Well, that's the beauty of the fact that the train is not moving. That's why the train is not moving. That's why I'm not making the train move, because now I watched some stuff. You can make a nav mesh that is attached to an object, but there's ain't no fucking way am I dealing with that. No way I'm dealing with that. No way am I dealing with that. In this case, we still do dynamic nav mesh, But I need to find a way of just generating it once. And then we're good. So as long as I can figure out a way of just making it generate once on generation, when the train generates, then we should be fine, potentially. That will be a fun challenge. Get up, Dr. Elliot. The dock is in. I want to see Queso play this game when it's done. Yes, Queso, the indie horror street gamer. The indie horror gamer, huh? Okay, let's work on the durability. Which is literally what we've been working on this entire time. Durability is reset on items when unequipping and re-equipping. So let's just get it so the durability does not reset when unequipping and re-equipping. And then when we drop the item, let's get that to not reset either. Okay. Yeah. What do you do in this game? Like every day you climb stuff. What about this? In this game, you have to keep the train going by fueling it with random items that you find. So I guess when we delete the item, if you want to lean in on the train aspect, I can find you various locomotion schematics. Nah, don't worry about it, man. I literally could care less about like trying to stay super accurate to the train. At the end of the day, like I said, the train is just a vehicle for the gameplay. That's literally what it is. It's just, that's most of it, realistically. Yeah, dude, Jovix, the gun looks good, man. Or the rig. What would you do? You did the slide, magazine. Did you rig the trigger too? Is that rigged as well? I don't see a bone for it. You're not going to simulate how the carriages connect and self-correct each other? Nah. But yeah, in this game, you're just going from station to station. So you'll have like a route. It'll show the how far you are in the route, and then like it's basically survive for as long as that route. That's the current design. That might shift as time goes on. Like, who knows? As we do play testing, we'll determine like how we feel about like doing certain things. You're not going to do full physics sim on the train and how it functions? Hell no. Hell no. The fact this shit is even shaking using WPO is already crazy enough. I don't need to simulate other things. Hell to the no. Okay, so we are not going to touch the durability for this just yet. We're going to go here. So the durability is -1. Here it is getting the inventory, getting the equip slot, and then spawning it, and then we can send the durability over here. And that can be the way that we do it here. Woo! What woobly. So now we can send the durability. The question is, however, how do we set the default durability? We need to set the default durability because right now it's set to like 0. So I think by default it's going to be -1. -1 will mean it needs to be initialized, or it has no durability associated. God, I don't like that though. I really don't like that. Can you do that in the setter? The problem is, I guess I could associate a default durability. And make that, which I think it is actually, let's see. Oh, it does not have a default durability. But we probably should feed it straight into the data asset. And then equipable item should probably have the durability variable directly inside of the actor. Oh wait, it does? Wait, hold on. It does. Current ammo is replicated. Is durability replicated? No. How do we set a C++ variable to replicated? It's like that, I guess. Replicated. There we go. Okay. So we're gonna now switch over this current ammo to the durability instead. While we're at it, let's go in here and let's give this a default durability variable. We'll make this equal to 0 by default, or -1, or yeah. Someone said that I shouldn't do this here, doing equal. What is the reasoning as to why you don't want to do it here? I'd like to have like reasonings as to why I'm not supposed to do something. Like I'm supposed to apparently do this in the constructor in the CPP file. Don't forget to add it to get lifetime replicated props. Oh, right. How do we even do that? How do you do the rep lifetime stuff? Don't worry about that. You can initialize with equals. Okay. UE5 get lifetime. I gotta know how to write this. Override the get lifetime replicated props function, add a macro call to replicate the health property for the lifetime of the derived actor instance. Oh, not Alt O, that was the wrong button. Uh, so virtual void get lifetime replicated props. Oh wow, it just fucking writes it all for you. And then let's go ahead and implement it. And then we need to do rep lifetime. Oh, right. We have to include the Unreal Network. Cannot resolve symbol default durability. In here is just durability. Okay. Got it. So what does this do? Get lifetime replicated props. And then do rep lifetime. What? Because obviously in Blueprint we don't have to do this. So what is this actually doing in the context of C++? Get lifetime replicated properties. So this is properties. Lifetime. Is this like an internal system for doing I suppose things like net culling and whatnot? Just sets up some of the replication information properties. You can set the replication condition, replicate other ways, push-based replication. Okay, interesting. Obviously, these are things I've never. This is, I think, the first C++ replicated variable I've made or done. So it's interesting. Everything else has been Blueprint up until this point. Let's save everything, compile, save, and then let's go ahead and rerun. Go through all the internal F properties of the underlying U blueprint and do the same thing under the hood. That's what you need to keep doing. You need to keep the super call in there. Ah, right. Right, because if you don't put the super in there, then you'll lose all of the other replicated properties. This is essentially, I think what I've learned with super is it's the equivalent of child function, run child function, basically. So it doesn't override the function entirely. It's basically like the equivalent of this. This is super begin play in my eyes. Or I guess this, yeah, this becomes parent. This is like a parent call. Right? I feel like that is a parent call in my eyes. My base class, some super function. Right. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, so now let's see. Now that we have durability, let's see if it's actually replicate. Yes, it is. Okay, so now we want to move everything in current ammo. We should be able to just replace this to no viable replacements found. Are you kidding me? What do you mean no viable? You motherfucker. All right, fine. I guess I'll do it myself. UE will warn you in the log, so that should give you some peace of mind. Okay, thank goodness. Imagine something goes awry. I guess it'll always give you a warning if it sees a replicated variable and you forget to put the thing in. Okay, so everything will run off of durability. Crazy that I can't just do a replace references when it's literally just the same variable type. Maybe it can't find it because it's a C++ function versus a blueprint function. I don't know. And done. Make sure current ammo is not in any other places. It's because blueprint floats are doubles. Replace references with a core redirects feature. I believe that's more so for entire object replacements, not necessarily like a variable. Am I using version control? I am, yeah. Am I a super coder now? No, I'm just more of an idiot. Now I'm just more lost. That's the reality of it. I'm just more lost. I don't know. There's too much sauce. There's too much sauce in this motherfucker, man. What's the weather like outside? I might go out. It's 8 degrees. Yo, it's hot as shit. Is it summer already? Laughs in geolocation. Yeah, whatever. Okay, what are you gonna do? Find my location just off of a generic weather thing that is, by the way, the weather report is a fucking lie. It'll tell you, it'll be like, it's not raining or it is raining, and then you go outside and it's the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite. Calling up Rainbolt. I think I've been pretty explicit about the way I share things online to not like somehow leak where I could potentially live here in Toronto. I already say that, so that gives you one hint. I live in the city. Okay, so now we've switched over the durability. Let's double check and make sure that it's actually still working, and then we gotta save the durability. Oh, right. We started off with 0. Okay, so durability still works. In fact, actually, that's great because the fact that it had no ammo means that it is actually working. So the default durability will say is 60, which it is. And then... Where's begin play? Don't leak the address in your Herman Miller box there? Oh, trust me. I was very explicit to not let any, like, labels show on the stream. Guys, I literally, half of my body runs off of anxiety and fuel. Are you, do you really think, do you really think my brain doesn't think of these things? Unfortunately, it does. something in the begin play is supposed to determine what the randomized item is, and oh, right here, randomized item. Done. This probably also needs to be replicated. Micrometers. Replicate that as well. The other half runs on overnight oats and boba tea. I have not made overnight oats in a while. I gotta be real. It's on me. I haven't taken the time to make a batch of overnight oats. My breakfast lately has been random fucking shit in my table, which is these days apparently Lindor peppermint cookie chocolates, and some shitty milk almonds, and milk chocolate covered almonds, and chips and cake and shit. Some chocolates that Valve sent me for some reason. Yeah. Kerm, did you hear that Paddle 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 game sold 150,000 copies? The dead announced he's going full-time game dev. A hell yeah! Welcome to the party. Welcome to the party. Hell yeah! And by the way, thank you for gifting the friend. You're the game. I appreciate that. Thank you. They sent me chocolates. They did. It was completely out of nowhere. I was extremely perplexed until I searched it up and found out that others have also received chocolates in the past. And I was like, oh, shit. And then I started eating them. And then I couldn't stop. I could not stop. They were very good chocolates. But yeah, hell yeah. To the Paddle 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 dev. Fuck yeah, man. Their way of saying thank you for the 30%. Yep. Yep. Although, I gotta say, the Paddle 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 dev did for some reason contribute to the fucking Blackthorn prod bullshittery of like the 5 devs make a, whatever the fuck, and you know what I mean? Come on, like no. That whole drama is so funny, dude. I think they removed the fake reviews from a bunch of like YouTube game dev YouTubers. I think they removed it from their website. I think they finally removed it. I wonder, actually, hold on. Let's look. I'm actually curious. I'm actually kind of curious. Did they also change the there used to be like a 7-day guarantee, and then someone said that apparently it's actually supposed to be 14-day guarantee. I think they removed all of that stuff from their website. Anyways, my theory about any game dev YouTuber selling a course, don't go to them for a course. Don't go to them for a course. Yeah, they're not the best person to go to for a fucking course, especially if you're paying like $500. I'm not saying don't take any courses. There are great courses out there. But when it comes to game dev YouTubers, no. I don't think they're the best. Like there might be some outliers, but most of them, especially if they promise some guarantee of success, no. There's been so much discourse around people selling tutorials like courses as of late. I think selling courses is great. I was at one point selling a course, but I just couldn't uphold the quality of it. So I was just like, ah, fuck it, I'll just release it for free. But I think courses are great. They're there for a time and place. But I think it depends. I think mentoring is very good. Mentoring can have lots of great benefits, especially depending on your learning style. Not everyone can learn from, like you said, Elliot, not everyone can learn from free blogs. Admittedly, there are certain people that just require a little bit of assistance to kind of get them understanding things a bit better, and that's when courses are available. That's when mentorships are available. I don't think it is necessarily a bad thing at all. Yes, there is free content out there. Yes, a lot of it might be incorrect. But yeah, I don't know. From my perspective, after making a course, it's so much work. I can't be bothered. I also just don't care for being in the educational space. Maybe that's a privilege, I guess, in some ways, because my game did well. So I don't need to go to other avenues of trying to sell a fake dream to people. Maybe that... I don't need to be like, I can guarantee you absolute success. I kind of want to try getting into the educational space. Would you do some like animation stuff, Sonny? Yeah? Yeah, hell yeah, man. If you feel like you can do it, I'd say go for it. I've done a couple one-on-one educational stuff with people, like mentor stuff, but I think the problem with me is when I do that stuff, there's a little tugging feeling in the back of my mind anytime I'm doing it, like literally the entire time, where it's like, I'm definitely not good enough to be doing this right now. There's like a tugging thought in the back of my head that's like, I shouldn't be doing this, like while being the mentor thing. You know, John, I always try to learn modeling, but once it requires more than 6 chained key commands to do one thing, I give up and download something. I think whenever there's a like moment like that where it requires key binding, it's just a new moment for muscle memory to come in, to learn muscle memory. It's the most frustrating thing ever, but once you get through it, you're kind of like, oh shit, we're big chillin'. It could be more in the way of like a vlog going through learning how to do something. I don't know. My problem with the education space is I also like to use the same platform to do game development stuff. And I think the problem is once you start getting into the educational space, even if you were to somehow separate your channel from that other channel, I feel like you just kind of become an education guy. You become the education guy. And then like half of your comments are like, how do I make this? It's like, fuck off. Please. I'm just trying to make video games for gamers. Yeah, Prismatica, I guess Prismatica's channel did lean into that, but I think he's okay with that. I think he's okay with being a lot more in the educational space. I could be wrong. He might be lurking in chat. Wild Prismatica ends up in stream. I hope he's doing well. I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen him in a while. Maybe he's doing something for the holidays? His Discord is learning hub. Yeah, I feel like he's okay with leaning into that. For me, I'm different, where it's kind of like I don't care for it. I don't. I'm totally down to like help people out from time to time, but by no means is that like the core focus of my stream, my content, the stuff that I want to do. Like, I don't. I think I've already seen enough of YouTube, and there's a lot of entitled people out there that just like really turned me off from all of it, and I'm just like, no, I'm good, man. I'm good. Krim doesn't like newbies. Put that on Reddit. Yeah, fuck them. Yeah, gatekeep. Yeah, get him out of here. Where am I? Where the hell am I? Oh, right, we're working on durability. This should now have the default 60 durability. Yes. Now we need to make it so when we drop the item... Uh-oh. Whenever we drop the item, we need to give the durability of the item to the thing. Ooh, remove item from inventory. Oh, shit. Okay. Item to remove item durability. Brother, just item durability. There. Come on. Come on. What is this, a joke? Come on. Come on. Okay, so item durability, feed that into here. God, this code is shit. Anyways, if it works, it works. Okay, so. So now we just need to update that value, the durability value. Wait, are we not updating it? No, we're not. We're updating it on the actor, but we're not updating it on the item. Oh my god. Okay. So we like periodically, not only do we want to update the replenish ammo, we also want to update the item. When do we want to update that? Maybe when we drop the item? Or maybe right here? Shit. God, this system is flawed. This is... I will admit, it is an extremely, extremely, extremely flawed system. So basically, whenever we have a current equipped item, we need to update its durability. Um, we could, oh fuck, we could just do that on the item. Anyone know why a tree from Megascans has a skeleton but no collision? Why a tree from Megascans has a skeleton but no collision. Can't seem to find the collision details for it. The collision would be the physics body. Right? It has no physics body with it. Aha. 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 Bingo. Bing bong. Okay. I'm wondering if we should update the durability of the actual item here. Oh, man. God, this code is shit. This code is fucking shit, man. This is garbage. This is shit. This is bad. Because now, not only are we having to keep track of the durability in the actual actor itself, we're now also keeping track of the durability on the inventory item as well. I think the word you're looking for is spaghetti. No, this is worse than spaghetti. This is a whole ass fucking strudel intertwining itself into a new space-time continuum. This is awesome. And by awesome, I mean awful. I misspoke. I'm getting fucking scrambled into an egg. Okay, server set selected item. So here's what we're going to do. Sets a selected item after the sequence. Then we check, is the selected index equal? Am I trying to keep the items information in sync between the two? Ideally, we'd only want one variable updating at once. It's a really dumb system. But, yeah, we'll have to basically make it so at least whenever we drop the item or whenever we need to send the information of the actual durability of an actor, we're going to do that. So, in here, inventory, equipped item, get... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to first check if this is valid. If this is valid, then that means we have an equipped actor here. Then we're going to want to... This is... I'm going to probably turn this into a function. We're going to get this set by reference variable. We're going to do... Or no, set member item durability. Is it creating a new instance of the object every time it's interacted with? When we loot the item, we're adding a reference or a struct variable that then keeps a reference to the a data asset. When we equip the item, we're spawning the actor. Now, an idea that we had earlier was instead of us constantly spawning and deleting actors, we would instead just keep track of that actor in the world and just have it there, ready. That would have been one of the alternatives, which would have probably been better. But that being said, we probably would have still had to send the durability information to the dropped item. Listen, I know there's issues with this. The reality of it, I know how this is. I know it's bad. Okay, I know it's bad. I know it's bad. It ain't good. Okay. So this should now set the durability and update the durability. Or not. Attempted access index -1 from array length of from array inventory of length 6. Equipped item for some reason is -1. And it should be 0. Does index 0 correspond to the first item slot in the inventory bar? Yes, yeah. 0 would be the first slot. 5 would be the last slot. Why is it reading -1? Is it reading from... Oh, shit. Okay, so... This, I think, is reading from the local value, which is interesting. It's not reading from the server value. Because here it's already being set. Right. It almost makes me wonder if set selected item... Yeah, we can't use get equipped item. I almost have to have a reference of whatever the original item was. Or the original index. But I can't use that here. But it's weird. This setter is only actually being set here. Weird. Okay, I'm learning how to do a crosshatch shader in UE5. I want to make manga style renders. Ooh. There's some good marketplace assets that you could probably learn from if you wanted to, or if you were trying to figure out how to make the shader. Interesting. So the equipped item is getting the actual updated version, which is weird. So this is getting -1. Really? So interestingly enough, whenever we set it locally, it's actually, dude, I still don't understand how some of this multiplayer stuff works. You would think when we get a reference to equipped item here from the server, that it would get the server version, which it hasn't been set yet. But I guess here it's reading the local version. I'm still a little lost with the replication stuff still. Okay, so what this means is we need to keep track of the previously equipped item. Which is dumb, but I think this one I might not need to replicate this one. Let's see. Let's see if this will work. If I give it a non-replicated value. 0. This should give us 2. What the fuck? Oh, you know what? I am running as the server right now. Oh, that makes sense. So because of the fact that I'm running as a server, it's setting it directly. Once I do this on a... Oh, shit. Once I run this fucker on a client, it's not going to know what that value is. Okay, it's all piecing together now. It's all piecing together. So it's not going to know what that value is. Can you still do a breakpoint? But as a client? Yeah. -1. I completely forgot about that. So my perception of replication is still correct to an extent. It's still correct to an extent. I just forgot that the server runs completely differently. So we are still going to need this variable. But what we are going to do is do an input for this. Not pretty, but alas, this is the reality of this. And then we send the server the actual value of this. That should now work on both server and client. So if I pick this up, go to 3 or 2, equip, unequip, this should be index value 2. Now if I do this from a client, let's say client 1, that should be 0. Let's try it in a different slot now. That should be 3. Okay. Now, that should also be 3. Okay. I think we are... That's the way to go about it. Nice. And it's still saving even when we move it around on the hotbar. Very good. Should now be 1. Okay. We figured it out in the end. Albeit with some slight struggling, because I completely forgot that the server is always going to have an accurate value of this because we're literally setting it beforehand on the server. The beauty of servers. Fun times. Aurelio, have you tried putting the server in rice? I haven't tried that one yet. Haven't tried that one. No, have not. I have not. Admittedly, I've not. So when you're at the first slot, you're at 0 and then goes down to -1. So -1 basically means you have nothing equipped. So this is us having nothing in our hands. This is basically like you have free hands. And then the 6 slots are things that you have in your hotbar. So if you actually equip something, then now you have that thing equipped. But when you unequip it, you can see like that white box is not there anymore. And that this hand becomes free. So okay, durability is still not saving when we drop. It is saving when we swap. Does it save when we change the... Yes! Okay, okay. Step 1 done. Let me double check that it works on the client. Oh my god. So the durability should stay the same when we unequip and then re-equip. And then move it. Yes. Okay, now we have to move the durability to the dropped item when we drop it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. Surely. We also probably want to set this locally. To be honest. Might be a good idea. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because it's replicated, so the player should receive this information. I believe. Isn't it basically an ammo count system? It kind of is, yes. Kind of in a convoluted way. It's kind of stupid, I gotta admit. Because we're going between a basic, like, inventory, which is literally just a data asset reference, and then whenever we spawn the item, we kind of spawn the item fresh. A lot of flaws here that I'm not fond of, admittedly. But, whatever. Shoot me, I guess. Okay, so the next part is when we drop the item. Here we go. Server player drop item. Okay, so funny story. We can actually just copy over this code. Should definitely turn this into a function, but alas. Fuck it, we ball. Only a server can modify replicated variables? Yeah. You can still modify it on the client side, but of course, if the server adjusts the value, it gets overwritten. So that's kind of how we do a little bit of like client predicted shit, just to make things feel a little bit snappier. It generally does the trick. So let's see here. We should now... So this still keeps the reference to the equipped item, luckily. Very nice. I should be able to just call that there like that. So, when we drop an item... Done, baby. All right. Wow, that was That was horrible. I'm sure there are some bugs that are going to pop up. Potential bugs that could pop up. This runs on the server. Potential bugs that could pop up. The durability gets out of sync somehow. Potentially. That is a potential chance that somehow the durability is out of sync in some way or form somewhere in here. Maybe. Could happen. Could happen. We'll wait until we do some more testing and see what happens in terms of the durabilities and whatnot. But okay. Well, we got it. Is it the best solution ever? No. But we got it. We got it. It's done. It was a pretty shitty solution. Also, I do want to reuse the code somehow, so for other items that have different durabilities, they retain their durability. Not done yet. Not done yet. Where's the move operation? Here we go. Move. You would think... Oh, shit. Why is it every time I open your stream, you're playing with a fire extinguisher? The fire extinguisher is like a good indicator of what kind of shit's going down. Okay, move index to index, server move items. It's a good indicator of stalling. No, I'm literally testing our item system by using the fire extinguisher because it is the only item in the game that has durability at the moment. Huh. Okay, so when we move the item, we also need to set its durability. Oh my god. I've been awake since 10:30 p.m. last night. I'm struggling to stay awake to fix my sleep schedule. Power through. Power through. Don't go to bed now. Maybe take a nap. No, don't do that. No, don't. Dude, I think my schedule is fucked, but it's not that fucked. That's a whole different level. Okay, so moving the items is not keeping track of the durability. I'm starting to think this is all just shit. What if I just do this? Do a sequence real quick. If equipped item is equal to I guess the from index. So it means we're moving away from it, which would then in turn delete the selected item. If this is true, this should in theory update the item's durability. We should really make this a function. Really should do that. Is this the next big Twitch hit? The next peak? I don't know about that. Only time will tell, I think, if this will be like a hit. But I'm not banking on it. I'm just banking. I just hope that we can make something fun and working. Something that works. I think that's the biggest thing. Something that works. I think that's what I'm really like hoping for. The multiplayer works and everything. Because some of the code is pretty dog shit. I gotta move that here. It works. Okay, we're good. Let's see if we go to empty. Does it go empty? It should. Oh, the sound effect isn't correct, but that's the least of my worries. I'm doing the glizzy. Huh. I want to put in, hopefully soon, a physics state, because I think this exploding and then the character going physics body would be hilarious. Just get blown back from the fire extinguisher. Wah! Need to put that in the game. Need to put that in the game. Wah! Okay, we got it working, even though it is the most dog shit code ever. But it's fine. It's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Okay, great. We just need to make all of this work properly with like other items as well. That's going to be a big thing, is making all of this work with the other items. Oh, you know what kind of sucks that I'm noticing? The Niagara particles are not taking into account. That is a little bit of a bummer. We would want to see that like stick. Okay, we're going on a tangent. What are some train items you want to use as weapons? We're not going to have like necessarily a focus on combat at all, if any. I want this to be on the collision. Output collision. Incoming collision velocity. I don't know, is that the right one? Would that be the right one? Collision velocity? Incoming collision velocity. That's probably like the only one I could think of. Output collision, incoming collision velocity. Well, I don't know. I think that's probably the only one I could think of. Just make a giant fork for your glizzy friend and have them roast over the fire. Yeah. Focus on trains then? Kind of. The train is more so just a vehicle. We have a couple monster ideas that are kind of train oriented, but like a lot more of it is like monsters and whatnot, little creepy stuff like spiders. Big spider that's gonna take you back to its lair and put you into a nice big comfy bed, which is like not good, but you know. Okay, let's see. Does inherent velocity actually work? Well, now it's like not working. Huh. Incoming collision velocity. I was hoping... Speed limit? Let's do 5,000. You need a whistle? We could put a whistle in. Uh-oh, it's happening after the collision. I want this to only be enabled... after a collision occurs. I don't... How do you inherit? The thing is, I also don't know if inherent velocity is actually correct. Maybe not mask float. Lerp float? And then this will be collision. Wait, how do you check if a collision actually occurred? Alright, hold on. Wait, how do you check if a collision occurred? No. First frame. What is first frame? The correct interpenetration. What? What does that mean? The interpenetration? Is that... Chat, how do I get a boolean to check if collision actually occurred? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the value would be. I think you have to add a new section after particle update, but before render. Oh, would it be event handler? Generate collision event. I'm pretty sure this is the thing. Oh, can events not be handled on GPU? Or okay, this is getting okay. I was hoping I could literally just okay, let's bring back inherent velocity real quick. I was hoping we could just inherit the velocity of the collision. But I don't know. I would like to like keep the collision and stick it to where it is. You know what I mean? I wonder if I could stick it to the actor location. Because right now, the one thing that breaks the illusion is this. That kind of does break the illusion a little bit. Like I wanted to like follow the train because I know this is like a useless fucking detail. I'm just like, I'm curious with the collision. There has to be a way of. Is it the train or the world that's moving? It's the world that's moving. I don't think this actually does anything. Let's do location. Place particles in depth buffer GPU. I think the problem is this. It's the depth buffer GPU. I don't think it can realize when something is moving. What's been up the last few hours? Been fixing a bunch of stuff with like durability. Got that going, so now you can drop the fire extinguisher and it keeps its amount of ammo that it had, which hopefully as time goes on will make that work with all the other items as well. But yeah, not a crazy amount of stuff done. Does this collision know when it's attached to an actor? Ah, whatever, who cares, man. This is getting the object that the particle hit and then its velocity. Yeah, we'd have to do all of that and then attaching it and then it's too much. Oh hell, whatever. Let me see, where is this persistent ID thing if I were require persistent IDs? Yeah. It's fine. Whatever. A detail for a future date. I know I really want to fix it right now because it would look cool and whatever, but whatever. You know, we got other things we need to do. Whatever. I ain't about to start learning how Niagara works right now. Gonna be dealing with all that shit. Okay. Now it's already been 3 hours, so I'm probably not going to do it today. But tomorrow, we're going to work on the second item, probably, I'm thinking. Because by working on the second item, we'll see the flaws that we occurred with the fire extinguisher, and then that way we can make the item system a bit better. The hand crank flashlight, which is going to be basically the default item that the game gives you, the first item that it gives you. The hand crank flashlight. Basically, it's not like the battery where it lasts a lot longer. This is the one where it's like you gotta crank the flashlight to get light again. Yes. But we're gonna do that probably tomorrow. It's gonna be interesting to get that working, considering all the shit that we had to go through for this damn fire extinguisher. Honestly, I feel like it should only explode if it exceeds a certain velocity as well. We'll see. Okay, we'll see how we edit all that stuff. How much do I work on the game off stream? It depends on the day. Some days I'll do more work off stream. Some days I'm kind of just like chilling after the stream. So
Shit my pants, I did.
Zen, thank you for the prime. Thank you.
Crim's bubble tea addiction gift.
Dude, I don't have a bubble tea addiction. I don't know what you're talking about. Literally don't know what you're talking about. Okay, what problems are we going to come across? Okay. Just trying to see what kind of stuff we might come across in here. We'll probably want like left click to turn on and off the flashlight. Or do we see the hand crank flashlight is so lower end tech that like there is no off or on? It's just like it runs out of battery and that's its off state. And the only flashlight that has an off and on state is the actual flashlight that's like battery run. Could do that. Maybe that's like the interesting element of it is like if it's out, it's out. If you don't want it to use battery, just put it away. Yeah, I like that element. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Zend. Appreciate that. Yeah, tomorrow we shall get started on the hand crank flashlight. And maybe also the battery flashlight while we're at it. Cool. And hopefully we can figure that out. That's going to be very interesting. Because it does mean that when we grip onto the item, we're actually not going to be gripping onto... we're not going to be gripping onto... static mesh. It would be another element on the static mesh to spin it. Which should be really interesting. Or I think we're going to spin it. What does a hand crank flashlight even look like? Are we going to we'll probably come up with like our own design. Oh my god, it's one of these. Some of these designs is just a button. We could make it a button. You just gotta like, you gotta like start pushing the button, which then cranks it. No, I kind of like the idea of you having to like manually crank it. We just have to make the interaction with like things that are spinny a little better. I think the players that always have access to crank the flashlight, so make sure you have a good sound for that. Having to hear people frequently crank could get to you. Yeah, I'll probably make it like that kind of sound effect. I'm thinking that's probably what it would sound like. Probably wouldn't want it to be too like crazy. Crank flashlight sounds like animation or in-game IK. It would probably be similar structure as the valve. Something similar to this probably, but like the item in front of your face, similar to the fire extinguisher. I was cranking, repeat that. I was cranking it. Ugh. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyways, yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. Good stream. Slowly, our systems are improving. Slowly improving. Yes. Tomorrow we'll work on the hand crank. The fire extinguisher just has a sound replication, some context UI stuff, which we do need to do. So maybe we can try to do a little bit of that tomorrow. We do need to do some dot damage over time for the fire maintenance task. The fireplace only deals damage when you first overlap it, and it's a little buggy, so we need to do some improvements there. That's going to be great fun. Very fun. Very... Very fun. Very fun. Very fun. Very fun. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for lurking, chatting, and sticking around. Well, I'll be back tomorrow. I think. Yes, tomorrow's Friday. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for dropping by, everybody. Thanks for lurking, chatting, sticking around. Hand crank flashlight tomorrow. Maybe dot damage on the fire. Maybe some context UI stuff. That should be nice on the side. That'll be good little tutorialization. Very basic shit. All that maybe tomorrow. All of that maybe. Maybe at least one thing. We get one thing done as at least. Yes. Okay, bye.